Feel. This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah, it's all about us.
Zzz. What up?
Hey, animals.
Welcome, everybody, you awkward animals, to another episode of the Socially Awkward Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Jay.
I'm Z. Yeah, yours boomed up.
Well, that was because I got real loud. I got real close, too, to the mic. But what happened, well, if
We're
you
experiencing some sound trouble. As I was listening to last week's episode, I sounded a little more quiet, and hopefully I'm
a little more level. Well, we were talking all that shit, too, about how to start a podcast.
I
and
know.
how you got to be, like, on point.
No one can hear me.
Well, we look about the same.
Yeah,
now.
but see, I'm not jumping up like that at all. See what I mean? Like, I try turning my gain up a little bit.
Your gain is up way more than mine.
It's so weird. Weird. I guess show goes on, dude, and if I'm not happy with it, headphones are going back on.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's weird. I was gonna tell you this though. Yeah,
I'm not even. Yeah, fuck, dude. Let's move on, dude. We're testing out audio for everyone.
Well, this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it when, you're jumping in and you don't have headphones.
Yeah, dude. See, I'm fucking tiny, man. But let's go.
See, you jumped there.
Not like yours.
That was one.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, let's go.
How's
Welcome,
the
guys.
week, dude?
Welcome to episode 33. Let's introduce everyone. I'm Z. Did we already do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. All right.
So,
well, I appreciate
we are awkward,
you guys
dude.
tuning in. Yeah, it's the name of the show. Damn it.
We always hold up to our end of the bargain.
Hey, we do. At least we're consistent.
That was funny for me. Yeah, dude, because we are always awkward, at least.
Yeah. And that's what's frustrating, because people are like, well, then, but I get people that'll, like, meet, or that we'll talk to or whatever, and they'll say, oh, you're not awkward at all. Like, what do you mean socially awkward podcast? Like, you're not awkward at all. I'm like, how am I not?
Yeah, dude, we're awkward as fuck.
Awkward animals.
Yeah, but here we are. We're getting into this week. We've got a lot of current events.
Yeah, we're getting into a lot of current events. So we're gonna hold off on listener topics,
but
in this week's.
Are we?
Yeah, just because we have so many current events, and I was like, let's just store them.
Okay.
Because they're not like current questions. Like none of them are really current questions, so we
they're
can
just kind of more general.
Yeah, they're like more of a topic kind of thing. I don't know. We'll get into them.
All right. Well, anyways, let's at least recap the week a bit.
Well, it was your birthday. That's all I have for the week. Other than that,
we didn't even bring that up last episode.
No.
That it was going to be my birthday, and
it's hard because it was so far out, because we shot on a Monday and then your birthday was on Sunday, so it's kind of hard to remember that. Well, think about that high.
Yeah, that far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Highly in advance or whatever.
Yeah, I just forgot that it was even right around the corner. It's always kind of just coming
sneaks up on you.
Especially as you get older, dude. There's less cool things that happen between, that little jungle bridge of time between where I'm at and the next little level. So, it just snuck up on me.
Yeah.
It was the first week where neither of us got new ink.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Other than when we didn't have it before, but yeah.
Well, we didn't have any to show off, though.
Right.
This is the first episode in quite a few where we just...
It's not the... We're still not afraid to talk about it, but...
Well, I mean, let's just bring it up. No, but the birthday was good.
We did a lot, actually.
Yeah, we
birthday-wise, it seemed.
Well, Friday we were working. We worked really late.
And then there was like a party that ended up happening in here.
So we ended up having a bunch of people just in the office studio, and we were drinking and hanging out, and I was working. So it was a time.
It was.
We had music on.
I tried to work as long as I could.
Yeah, but what ended up happening was, thank God, you were working on your reflexes out here,
Oh yeah.
bobbing and weaving, because I don't know what it is lately, but the roads are not safe.
Yeah, people have been driving like maniacs.
Yeah, and for those of you guys that don't know, I don't drive a lot. I mean, Z drives.
I do the majority of the
Anytime we're together,
transportation. Yeah,
anytime we're together, which is majority of the time, he's behind the wheel.
I'm captain of the crunch.
So, so we were driving around. We were coming home from.
Yeah, we were coming home. We went and grabbed food.
Okay. And then we were coming home.
Yeah, and then we were driving home, and then we were just at like a 4-way stop, and then like what normal people do at stops is they stop.
Right.
That's
which
like
is
the
what you
first
did.
step, and that's what I did.
Right.
And then I proceeded to go straight because I saw no one was coming.
No cars at all.
No cars. So
As we get into the middle of the intersection, though, there was a car.
car coming,
That
not
was
stopping.
They didn't. They weren't planning on stopping.
No, coming quick.
So as they get to where they were supposed to stop, it seemed like they almost sped up and laid into their horn.
So it felt like someone had a hit on us, dude. It felt like the 90s.
Yeah, dude. It felt like someone had.
Felt like I was there, but
It was weird, dude. You were there because you were born in the 90s.
well, yeah, but I mean, like not like I was like around like in the 90s to where people would be coming out to get me.
Yeah, putting hits on you.
Yeah, no one was putting hits on my ass, and then maybe it'd make more sense. I was a piece of shit then.
Dude, no, but it was weird because so anyways, we're driving in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, and we're singing, we're like balls deep in some Stone Temple Pilots and
singing
just
along healthily.
Yes. So we're like right in the middle of the thing, and like right at the height of the song, this car just comes hauling ass in.
And for some reason, it felt the need to honk at us, which was weird.
Yeah, but I looked over, and my reaction was, whoa. And then as I was doing that, you were like swerving and getting out of the way, kind of. And then this guy was trying
not kind of, because we didn't get hit, but
well, it was like
I
a
did
joint.
get out of the
It was
way.
like a joint effort of like I felt like you getting out of the way and him getting out of the way, and then almost like a God thing of just like him kind of blowing the one car over even more, because otherwise I don't know how we didn't get hit. I mean, it was coming kind of center of your car on my side.
like I kind of had to like whip it so hard that it kind of felt like we got hit for a second, because like I did yank it pretty good. And then I was like, wait a second, did we get fucking hit a little bit? And then like we got out of the car and I look and everything, and I was like, okay, we didn't get hit.
Well, we didn't get out of the car though until we got home. Though.
Well, yeah, when we got home, I was like,
we're not pulling over.
Yeah, no, I didn't check and be that guy, but it was dark out, and I wonder though, like there's so many apartment complexes in that area. Like here's the thing, just don't drink and drive. Just be safe, because like there's all those bars
and
right
we're not
up the.
saying that they were drunk, because we don't
No,
know.
we have no idea.
And it was dark too, because like.
But living in this area, I do know that there's a lot of bars that's in that area, and then everyone takes the back road home because there's not any cops going there.
Right.
So just that's just shit that when you live in the areas that where the cops aren't, like they're on Shea Boulevard, they're on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and then people go in between.
Right.
So at that time, say they got off work early, and then they started drinking at say 4 at local Patron up the street. And then they take the back road home, because there's all those like places, there's all those apartment living spaces and those.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that like if you're gonna be running a stoplight, because I don't know whether any other time, like especially if you drive in that area frequently, you're not. You're
looking healthy over there on the.
I know. I think it's getting better.
You know what it is too, dude? I think it's
Well, I just see how far away you are, and I see how close I've got to be.
Well, it's
like,
I think what it is.
I don't think I have a lot of a voice though.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, it's just your tone. Like what the microphone's able to pick up from you is different what it's able to pick up from
me. It's
me.
that gravel, dude, which is weird. Like how Nickelback is able to be.
Well, I think
heard.
there's like adjustments and stuff that I'm sure you can do on the back for people that are like you. I just am not there yet.
We'll get it. We'll get there. But
we'll get there with all of our sound shit. We just got to keep going into Guitar Center.
Learning.
Keep tuning the knowledge.
But anyways,
greatest
yeah.
guys of all time. Anyways, so Saturday, what did we do
So
Saturday?
we almost died. We're good though. Thank the Lord. And
Saturday we went to dinner.
Saturday we went to dinner.
Had a
for
lovely,
your birthday.
lovely family dinner at Ocean 44, which is the new hopping spot
It's cool.
in Scottsdale. Yeah,
It's pretty open.
I went there in December, but I was in the other side to where it was like kind of the bar area.
I didn't realize how big it was.
It's huge, dude. I didn't either when I
It's
first
like a
went.
maze.
Yeah. Well, Steak 44 is kind of like that. It's brother.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm just such a seafood guy that
I like it, but
it's my thing, dude. You give me a Chilean sea bass.
I mean,
anywhere?
I had it, but I think I would have rather had the steak.
Not me. I've just eaten so much steak in my
I
life.
feel like I've had so much seafood in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Wish.
big into it like when we were younger though, when like you would get a steak and they had seafood at places. Like when we would go to California and stuff, I always like on vacation, I always felt like I had to get seafood, a fish, swordfish or whatever the hell you know,
M&D got
yeah, whatever they would get or whatever those different
catch of the day.
yeah, just whatever they got fresh in the area. So when I'm not in
Special.
California, I'm like, I don't want to get seafood. It's not going to be the same.
Dude, I mean, we're just a hop, skip, and a jump from California.
I
here.
know, but still, I think it's just something mentally that I
That's
gotta
a
get
weird
over.
block that you've got.
I don't know if that's the block. I'm still trying to figure out what my block is. But when I'm at those restaurants, I just don't feel like getting seafood.
Well, the first thing to do is ask the question and start to figure out why you don't want it, and then go from there and see about maybe rehabbing.
Well, I just had it, and I had the bass, and it was
Oh,
a
dude,
striped
how about
bass.
that restaurant that we were at on fucking, what was that, Tuesday night?
Oh yeah, that
God,
was a cool
dog,
restaurant.
dude. That was Cafe Mark. That was the first time I'd been there.
That was cool. Me too.
And,
We were there for a work thing, kinda.
Yeah, we had a person from work in, so we went there. But it was like this four course meal.
Yeah, it was
And-
intense.
Yeah, super intense. But God, dog, was
If you
it
got a lady though, and you're in the Scottsdale area, I would take her there because
If you
that's
have-
the spot.
if you have the means, dude. If you're going there with a girl, that's game over.
But that's the
dude.
thing, like all these restaurants are in like the same kind of tier price wise that like you're really, because like at that place it's all you know, the all four course. You're not paying for each course. You kind of just pay
Yeah,
for one
that's
meal, which
true.
is nice. Versus like if you go to Ocean 44, Steak 44, your bill's gonna rack up like a
It's easy to a la carte your way up there into the four digits.
versus at Cafe Monarch. Yeah, you're
You
looking
kinda
at it and it's like,
know-
okay, it's not cheap, but
You know, at least
for the two of us, it's going to be no more than this if we just eat.
it's way less math on the front end at this place, even though it's higher
Less of
math
a surprise
on the front
at
end.
the end, too,
Right? Yeah,
at the check coming.
yeah.
Granted,
It's not like we paid for either
Yeah.
this time around, but there are definitely times where we do when we're solo dolo.
I was on a date one time, and speaking of the place, El Duce, dude.
Oh, fuck El Duce.
I got.
You guys don't know who El Duce is? Look him up quick.
Look him up.
Look up El Duce.
It's every bit of worth it.
I'm going to take some more time here, and maybe we can even clip this out. EL space DUCE. El Duce. Look him up.
Anyways, so I was at this restaurant, and it was on a double date.
Ooh.
And
I was not
the
a part.
couple that we were dating, or on the double date with, they come from, or the kid came from like money.
Mm-hmm.
So going to like these restaurants wasn't a big deal, and you know, so we go to this place, and I had no idea what kind of restaurant it was, but it was like right by his house, and I was like 20, and I just started working too, and just started like barely even making anything, and we go there, and the bill comes, and I was like looking at the prices on the side, and I like just started sweating profusely, and I like kind of kicked my girl at the time in the leg. She was like, "Do we need to split something?" I'm like, "No, we don't need to split shit. How dare you, fucking." When you get called out in your dinner, it's like, whoa, can we move? Can you just text me? Why are you gonna put me on blast like that? And this kid's like, oh yeah, I love this place. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And like, this is my first time ever having to pay the bill at one of those kind of places. And I don't, I mean, fuck. Shout out to M&D for, you know,
fronting a lot of bills, dude.
Fronting a lot of bills, because for me, man, I was stressed. It was only like an $85 bill too, but at the time, man, that was tough.
I'll tell you what, dude. I had a good transition as far as like having to start paying for meals and like dinners and stuff. When, and I, not all the time the money came from me, but it was money that was given to me that I had to then manage and live on.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was playing hockey in my younger days. And I remember one time, dude, in Omaha, it was like 4 or 5 of us at this sushi place that we used to always go to. And we did the credit card game, I think was what it was. We did the fucking credit card game.
Dangerous.
And I lost, dude. It was like $250.
Ah, man.
I tried to work a deal to where if I ate the whole thing of wasabi, then
get away with it.
I was gonna be good.
Sushi places always sneak up on you.
Oh yeah, dude, those places will rack up real quick.
Yeah.
And then there's that other time I was in Detroit, same team, and my coach invited myself and one of my teammates to this nice, like really nice restaurant, and they had duck and shit. And so that was what I ate because I never had duck, and I wanted to try the duck.
You never learned how to ollie?
Yeah, so I tried the duck, and it was delicious. And my coach had ordered a whole just gang of shit, the whole menu he got. And Sosa, my buddy that we were with, he was my teammate. He's like, we're like 18 years old, and our coach goes, "You guys want to get a draft or a beer or something?" And Sosa and I look at each other and we're like, dude, we're 18. They can't do that here. And he's like, oh, I thought the drinking age was 18. And I'm like, dude, well, no. Well, he's Canadian, so that was why.
That makes sense.
And they have that rule there. But he fucking knew. He just wanted to remind us that he was Canadian. He was the first
Gotta
ever.
love those.
He was the first ever pro black hockey coach. So shout out to him. But he was a weird dude. So anyways, we get this bill, and it is like
not cheap.
No, dude, it's every bit of 3 something. And for me, you know, that was it.
God, I was complaining about an $85 bill. See, I've never had it rack up like that, man.
Dude, that was like a month's worth of money for me, dude, at that time. And then so the bill comes, and our coach is like, all right, thanks for lunch. And Sosa and I look at each other like, what the fuck? No, dude, you invited us. And he's like, well, you guys are paying. It's your treat. And I was like, all right. So then,
how does that even happen?
I don't know. Sosa and I, we rock, paper, scissors. I lost, and then
You guys didn't figure out a way to just maybe split it down the two of you and say, look, hey, we're both in this together.
This was before you could split it up. He got me
before
on.
You could split it up? What do you mean?
Before Venmo, dude. I don't know.
Dude,
but
no, you just had.
I just have not fond. I'm not fond of splitting stuff.
I get
dude.
that, dude. Wait to split. Yeah, I'm not a splitter.
If I can afford it, dude. If I can afford to not split, then I would way prefer to not.
Worst
split.
kind of person if you split like at like a coffee shop though, or something cheap like that. You know, like if it's a big bill, I would get it, but. I don't know, man. I did a similar thing in a business meeting once. My first ever business meeting. I'd been working with us for like a week, and they're like, we were at a expo or something, and some guy came up at our booth and was like, "Hey, who's your marketing guy?" And then I was like, "I guess that's me." So go in, and he's like, "Yeah, let's grab lunch sometime." And I didn't even know what the hell I was talking about, but then. The bill comes, and then so I asked Dad, and I was like, "Hey, what do I do? you like, do I have to pay for this, or does he pay for it? Do we split the bill? Like, what's the etiquette? I want to know before I get there. I want to know how to behave. And he's like, okay, well, he invited you.
He better
so
pay.
He better pay, or he's a piece of shit. And I was like, okay, that's aggressive. So we get done. And then, but then after, he's like, but always offer to pay. Always offer to pay.
Yeah, you got to offer
And I'm like,
to pay.
okay. So I do it the bill, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. And he's like, oh, you sure?
Oof.
Really? All right. Thank you. All right. That's nice of you. Guy didn't get our business.
No.
That guy did not get our business. They still don't get our business.
That's tough, dude. And it's tough to come back from.
Well, how about this? He was like a
that.
40. It was like a 40-year age gap too, which I felt bad for because he was kind of older. I don't even know if I don't know if he's still with that company.
Most people that are even doing that, like if most people that are inviting other people out to lunch, like it's not out of their pocket.
Exactly. Well, that's
if
what
it's
I was
a
wondering.
sales call, like it's
Yeah.
not, that lunch isn't out of their pocket anyways.
Yeah, it's out of the company's pocket.
Right. Versus like if someone was like, hey dude, I want to strategize, my life, and it seems like you've got your shit together, can we just link up and talk about some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a completely different deal.
Different
but
setting,
if you're
yeah.
saying, hey, like, what are you doing for marketing?
He wanted our business to be a customer.
Let me come show you what I do, see if it works.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. And you don't pay for lunch? You gone. We'll find someone else on
I ordered
Instagram.
chicken wings too, dude. Didn't feel bad about it. Ate
Dude,
chicken
that's
wings right in front of him.
So weird.
It was weird, but you get to have that kind of stuff young. Anyways, today I got a new keyboard for my Mac. Matches. I got the Magic keyboard. It's the black one.
Oh yeah.
Because I got the black mouse last week.
Bragging about it.
Yeah, well,
shut up about it.
This is cool,
Yeah,
man.
dude,
It's cool.
I get it.
Here's the
It's
problem,
dope.
though.
I've
Here's
got
the
the old
problem.
ones. I get it. I
No,
have the old
no,
ones.
no,
You've
no,
got
no,
the
no,
new
no.
ones.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
No. Oh no. What is it like then?
Yo, it's not like that.
Oh no. What is it like?
Okay. Here's the deal. They had the two options. Now it's like $30 or $40 more expensive for the
For the one you got?
for the one I got.
Okay.
But it's because it has to match though, because it has to match the mouse, which the mouse was more expensive than the silver one.
So
So the dark black one, dark
so
charcoal
you
gray,
paid
space gray, or
a
whatever.
premium of how much?
Well, the keyboard is $150.
Okay, versus what? What was the other keyboard?
Well, you could get the same size of it in the silver color.
What's the
which
what's
was
the cheapest?
20,
What's the
99.
cheapest? Okay. So that's $50 premium on the keyboard. How about the mouse?
$100 to I think 70.
So $70 premium you paid for your little setup there.
Yeah,
Do you feel better?
I do, because it matches my computer. Is the main point of this? Is like I got to pay more because I can't have the fucking. I got the black Mac computer. I got the space gray edition.
Yeah.
So I can't do the chrome,
No,
2002 Pimp My Ride color
That's fair.
for
dude.
the mouse and
It's
the
stainless steel and white, but
yeah.
ease up on the chrome.
It's not chrome, but could you imagine chrome
No.
computer accessories?
Dude, I could, but only in but not in a 2002 Pimp My Ride way at all. It's like
In like a 2036 type of way?
no,
like
like
what
a
people would have guessed
2000
2036
like a
would have been?
2300 sort of a way. Like it's
Okay.
for real Tron.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
It's real chrome.
it's real Tron, real chrome. We've got chrome
Yeah.
genitalia. We got chrome jennies.
Speaking of chrome jennies, dude, I don't know why though Apple still. Why is it 150 for the keyboard? So cuz you can go get a regular keyboard for the 25 bucks,
dude,
30 bucks.
That's a simple question because people like us pay
Dickheads
for
like
it.
me, yeah. Well, and I felt better about it
But
though because
dude,
it was
why
justified
not?
because
Go ahead. Sorry.
well, when
You
I was
can
at
talk
Best
over.
Buy, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know they made a black one." I'm like, "Yeah, I have the mouse that matches it, so I got to do it." And she's like, "Oh, it's more expensive than the other one." I was like, "Yeah, unfortunately." And she was like, Oh, well, I would do the same thing. No brainer. I'd pay however much more to have the black one. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I feel good about my decision.
Well, yeah, she's paid to do stuff like that. I mean,
Well,
that's like thinking that.
I had already paid, though.
Yeah, still, dude. That because you could easily just return it.
Oh, because some chick that works
I'm
behind.
just saying, dude. She
She's
doesn't
like,
know
I don't know
you,
if
dude.
she's like, I wouldn't pay 30 extra bucks for that. I'm like, you know what? You're
you
right.
could come
Let
to
me
your
return
you
it.
could come to your senses and be a responsible person of finance and be like, you know what, dude? I don't fucking need the black
You know
one.
what? You're right. I don't need
You're
this
right.
shit.
Yeah, dude. No, that's like saying that the chick that checked you in at the hotel was hitting on you. When she said call if you need anything on the front desk.
They're not?
Huh?
They're not?
You maybe, yeah, but not like people like me.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
But anyways, yeah, so I did that. That was an irresponsible purchase of the week for me.
No, I get it though, because to me, I get to the point with Apple products to where the design of it and the simplicity of it is so like, yeah, above and beyond what the $10, $25 or $30 keyboards are, and
You're
like
right.
the feel of it to where it's.
Well, and the
I don't
connectability is actually insane.
I don't want to bring it to like the art thing, but there's really a lot of art in the design that goes into it, and
I think
it's just
a
a
real
cooler.
cool, yeah.
It's a cooler product altogether. I mean, why do you do anything? Because it's cooler.
Well, yeah, and it's like that's the thing. Like I'm working on it all the time,
Yeah,
and it makes
like,
you feel a little better when you're working.
Yeah, why not enjoy what you're doing?
Yeah.
Fuck it. You should have done it, and I'm glad you did.
Well, now I got you to pull. You got to pull trig on.
Well, I got that. I got my whole set before the black ones came
yeah,
out.
but I'm just saying, you could
And
probably
now I've
ditch
got
that keyboard.
I guess, man, it just works so good. Types everything I need to type. The other thing that intimidates me a little bit about the black one.
Well, see, I didn't have a keyboard.
The thing that intimidates me about the black one is it only comes and it has the numbers attached.
You don't like that?
I don't love it. You know, I started out in the laptop world angry, like an angry old tech person that says, I want my fucking number pad. But like, dude, it just takes up space for me, and I don't have a ton of real estate in my work area as is.
Oh, see, I have so much.
So
I got that whole desk.
Yeah, and I've got that desk pad, and so
Yeah. I see what you're saying with that, but for me,
takes
the numbers.
up a lot of real estate. But for you, it makes sense.
I do
I'm
a lot of
glad you pulled
invoicing
trig.
too, where like that number, when I'm ringing up numbers.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that was that on Apple. But let's get into some current events.
Yeah, dude. Let's get
Since
into
we've got so many.
some juicy current events.
This first one's fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it all loaded up, or
No, I got it loaded up. Yeah, I
You
just got
having
an
this-
AirPlay on.
we're having to set up? I guess I gotta turn Apple TV on, huh?
Probably got to give me some code.
Did you get the code? I keep saying I want to watch Pain and Gain, but
Yeah, you do keep saying that.
I
You
don't. I haven't pulled trig.
What's it? Is it on anything?
I think we have it on Apple TV, but I don't have that login. I just have my own.
Anyways,
Here we go.
first one here. We got a real estate developer plastered a 42-foot tall photo of new wife on building after finalizing divorce.
Wow.
Legend, huh?
He's
81.
What's the prettiest thing you've ever seen someone do? No matter what it is, it can't top this. A real estate developer in New York just snatched the city's most pretty crown right off 50 Cent's head by taunting his ex-wife with a 42-foot tall picture of his new one. Harry
Oh my god.
Macklow is a real estate developer who just happens to own one of the tallest residential buildings in the Western Hemisphere. So, when he finalized his 14-week divorce trial against his former wife of 50 years, Linda, he used the face of the building to celebrate. In a particularly nasty twist of the knife, the building was supposed to house Linda's apartment, though she was able to get out of her contract in their divorce. He plastered a photo of himself and his new wife, Patricia Landau, in what he called a proclamation of love, but it doesn't take much digging to see the spirit underneath. Dude, you know what?
Damn.
I don't know.
It's a savage.
That's a bold fuck you if that is a fuck you.
Well, I think it is. They're married for 50 years. How could it not be, dude?
I think they're past fuck you after 50 years. They were probably saying fuck you after.
I wasn't able to hire an airplane with a banner to go up and down the shoreline. I thought, I own a building. Why don't I just hang a banner from my own building?
I feel like the internet changed a lot of things for people like this. You know?
Since I wasn't getting married during the summer in the Hamptons. Oh, okay, dude, you're fucking... Be less of a...
Douche.
Yeah, dude, don't be...
That rich. Don't act like that.
Yeah, dude, come on. Since I wasn't able to get married during the summer in the Hamptons.
Why not, too? You know, like, how can you
you're
be
such
that...
a mogul.
How can you be that rich and powerful and not
You couldn't get
figure
a
out
plane.
how to get married in the summertime?
You couldn't get a plane and you couldn't get married in the summertime in the Hamptons.
When the
Well, he's
weather
80.
was high, you could jump right up and touch
He's
the sky.
80. What's 50 Cent saying about this, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know why 50 Cent was even mentioned, but 81, yeah, he might be worried about his health making it to 82 as to why he couldn't do it in the summertime when the weather was hot. But
Okay, man. Well, shout out to...
we go fishing in the stream. What else do we got?
Shout out to this guy. And invisible people out there.
All right.
Speaking of zoos,
That is a mean-looking kitty.
when doing it for the gram goes wrong, let's just call it Instagram. Woman who was attacked by jaguar. So I'm sure most of you've heard that story. The woman
jaguar.
who got attacked by the jaguar after climbing over a fence to take a selfie, and so she's apologizing to the zoo now. So if you
She
didn't
fucking
hear,
better.
We didn't have this as a current event because I think it came up in
After the fact.
Yeah, after we had already shot the episode. But
So this is actually here, in Arizona.
oh really?
Yeah.
The world's wildlife zoo?
Oh yeah, dude. Roommates. #roommates. Some things you should just not do. Well, a woman in Arizona didn't get that particular memo, but she did in all caps, get way more than she bargained for after climbing into a jaguar cage to take a closer look at the wild animal. On Saturday, the woman visited Wildlife World Zoo in Litchfield Park and decided to climb a barrier between her and a wild jaguar to snap a pic. They don't have wild jaguars in zoos. Let's first edit that. It's a jaguar in a zoo, not a fucking wild animal. Needless to say, she was attacked, but thankfully she didn't suffer life-threatening injuries. I saw
Still
it, dude.
a wild animal though.
It's in captivity. I don't think that's
Yeah,
considered
but it's
wild.
not domesticated.
No,
You can't, put a leash on this thing and,
the
pick up
right
its
person.
shit.
The right person can. If that thing respects a person, it could. Feels
Yeah, but so could a
horrible
wildlife.
about the bad publicity the zoo is getting regarding the incident. Yeah, she should. For me,
Lifetime ban.
agreed. This is a situation where I think a lifetime ban is warranted
too.
on the girl. I think and in fact, honestly, I think that that ban should be able to spread out across all zoos. I don't think she should get to
shouldn't be
go
allowed
to
to-
San Diego Zoo. I
Yep.
don't think she should get to go to Phoenix Zoo.
New York
I don't think she
Zoo,
should get to go to the New York one.
any zoo.
Denver.
The Awkward Animal Zoo. She's not welcome here.
Not if she's fucking with jaguars and putting
I got a
one of my
tattoo of a
one of
tiger,
my
for God's sake.
one of my zoos, my childhood zoos, in jeopardy. The zoo is a special place for me.
Me too.
I always went to the zoo as a kid. I have a little brick with my name on it, as do you, at the Phoenix Zoo.
Huge zoo people. So I'm so much of a zoo person that I'm not even that on board with zoos anymore because
Me
I feel
too.
bad for them. Because here's the thing.
I don't know
He's
where I
already gonna
stand
deal with
on
them.
actual zoos, but like the Wildlife World Zoo actually does a great job, and it's very, very, it's out there,
they
in
do
the
good
middle
for
of
the-
nowhere,
Yeah.
and they have really cool animals. That was the first time I ever saw a white lion was there. Those are real cool, and then they always had like these jaguars and panthers that are their cages kind of go there. It's like a hamster cage throughout the zoo. So you could be looking up and see a fucking jaguar just.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? And I don't know if it's still like it's been probably 10 years since I've been to this particular zoo.
I mean, it's been more than that for me.
Probably 15, huh? God, we're getting old. But anyways.
10 years, 2009, dude. I haven't even been to a zoo in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to that zoo.
It's got to be 15.
Probably 2003, maybe. Anyways,
either way, man. Like, you can't, like...
Don't fuck with animals. Because animals are going to do animal shit. And
yeah, exactly. Like, they're a wild animal. It's like I say all the time. We get so cocky with having pets and having dogs in the house and letting them walk around without a leash and willy-nilly. Oh, it's just a pet. Oh, it's a good girl. It's a good boy. Yeah, until it rips someone's fucking face off.
True. Yeah, dude. I saw the video, though.
Think about it.
I saw the video of the aftermath, and her arm, I mean,
She got lucky, for sure.
She did get lucky, but she way overreacted.
But, like, don't be...
In the video.
I mean,
it was a big
though?
scratch, and she was thicker, so it's not like it really got in there. It was just...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm sure the Jaguar had some control in the situation. Like, they knew what was going on.
I'm sure she was scared, but again, it wasn't like she was all fucked up and mauled. It was just like a big thing that I guarantee you 20 stitches did the trick.
Yeah.
She's out the door.
How'd they get her out? Did they just...
Fuck, I don't know,
but
man.
But, like, what do you... Oh, man.
They're not shooting him, I hope.
Yeah. I would be pissed.
But I don't know. Click on that thing below. I just want to make sure that they didn't shoot the Jaguar, actually, now that we're saying that, because I don't know. Could be you or it could be us. Shout out to fucking CNN for losing the link. All right, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the Jaguar. If you guys know, let us know. But
yeah,
we'll look it up out after this. What else do we have?
It's a bummer, man.
Hope that the Jaguar is all right and that maybe
it's a lifetime ban.
Yeah, she gets a lifetime ban. Hopefully the Jaguar gets put in timeout because maybe, I don't know. He probably is a little shaken up. What else do we have here?
This is via Vice, but they talked to a researcher about why women are attracted to DILFs. A Canadian study has researched the explored territory of dads I'd like to fuck. You know what, dude? This, I think, is going to be the most helpful thing for the two of us, because these are questions that we have as young men who aren't DILFs, and we're not a KILF either. We're
Good
just
Lord. Okay, the vision of hot dad at the park doing the one-handed stroller push is synonymous with DILF, the less popular term to the ambiguous MILF, the third most searched term on Pornhub.
Huh.
Oh, I thought they were saying that DILF was the third most searched term.
I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right, dude. MILF, I believe, though.
Yeah, MILF,
but
for sure
not,
is.
yeah. All right. Well, still though, the dad I'd like to fuck phenomenon has spiked in popularity in recent years. A quick scan for DILFs on Google yields 5.86 million results. You know, they got DILFs at Disneyland, who I'm sure Brendan Schaub. That's probably why Brendan Schaub goes to Disneyland, so he can get onto that DILFs at Disneyland page.
Probably.
I could see him.
Or just guys like that like have a sleeve and they got like Mickey Mouse on yours with their little kid.
Yeah, dude, I could see a bunch of guys like that being like, seeing this page and going, dude, you know what? I could be getting way more exposure.
Like, dude, I'm gonna just pop. What's it to me to just pop a little junior out, dude, and truck on over to
dude, be
to
like,
Disneyland. I'm a DILF now.
Hey, hon, can you take a picture of me real quick? And then tag DILFs of Disneyland.
Yeah. Here's what cracks me up, dude. Thanks, Pornhub. Pornhub data. Women are 96% more likely to search for dad and daddy compared to men.
No shit.
Really?
Dude. Well, that I can't believe. I can't believe I've never heard of Super Duper Skates.
But why does DILF fantasy appeal?
That's how it's pronounced.
Peel. Okay, well that L looks like an R. I need I have glasses. I don't wear them. I should.
So they're saying a hefty combination of daddy issues, the older man, the provider, sort of a deal. And
I think they're just kind of running. They're like, you know what? Men are doing the MILF thing. We're just going to go for DILFs now.
well, to me, dude, if I had to guess, I think that it's sort of the same reason that.
Well, there's the easy answer.
What's that?
More money usually.
A DILF?
Well, like, is saying, like, a 45-year-old man, like, or, like, they're more established, they got their shit together more.
Scroll down.
On what I'm just saying psychologically what could possibly happen in their brain.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just ability, like those things that you just kind of have to figure out being a dad. Like,
a dad will go work on the lawn.
Our dad is the king of being a dad. Like, he's the king of figuring out whatever it is, and he can do it. And we're really grateful and blessed with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the attraction for women stems from. Because dad's always getting, hey now. Whenever I post a picture of dad, my DMs blow up of, your dad's a DILF and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's, people can see that it's like, he's that kind of a guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's a very able man. He's got that Superman thing. You know what I mean? And I think if you've got a kid, you can really get that.
Right.
I can do anything thing, and it's a positive deal. Versus if you have that with no kids, you're kind of an asshole.
Well, yeah, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Because
with some cheese on it.
With some cheese on it. I was gonna say that's true, and then like I almost said truth. And I was just like, yeah, that's the truth, bro. And I just had to go with that and run with it. Oh, it's embarrassing. I can't talk, dude. Every time I'm like doing like working on clips or something, I'm like, dude, I can't speak. But,
I think.
Well, like and I've had girls tell me all the time, like they're like, yeah, like the reason why they never want to like take it to the next level, like the biggest caveat that I run into with dating is the girls are usually into like something like older, and by older I mean just like older than me, like late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. Like that's kind of their demographic right now, which could be a DILF,
but
essentially. I mean, that's like prime age for a dad, don't you think?
I think it depends on the type of girl too, like, cause some
maybe it's just the kind I'm into.
I don't know, man. It's a weird deal. I think we've got MILFs. They can have DILFs.
Yeah, that's true. We'll let them have it.
What else do we have?
Keep it equal. Speaking of Apple confirms on their March 25th event they're expected to announce a new TV service. Which
about time.
That's
dude.
what I've been saying, dude. I thought that when I read this.
I would have thought by now that they would be doing this.
Years ago,
yeah. This, along with like a video game console too.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing new AirPods. Shocker.
They're killing it. I love mine, dude.
New iPad, which the new iPad's dope.
It's showtime.
iTV. So it seems like they've tried.
Apple TV came out in 2007.
Okay. Well, they tried to. Yeah.
You know what, dude? Unfortunately, I'm gonna get sucked into it. I'm gonna be doing it. It's the TV network
dude,
I'm gonna do. I haven't done YouTube Red yet.
Well,
I wanted to do.
I've been waiting for Apple
YouTube
to
TV,
be. I've been waiting for Apple to get their shit together. Hey, do you have to number one at all?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
Can we go number 1? Because it's really hauling up.
Yeah,
I'm
let's do it.
excited.
We'll have a
I'm
bet. We'll put out
excited
a bet about it.
for.
Let's finish this one real quick.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm just gonna say I'm excited for it, and I'm sure that
The
they're
number
gonna
one break.
that. Yeah, but also the Apple TV,
Oh, yeah.
the new revamped Apple TV. Because if
Well,
they're
me
doing
too.
it like a cable service, but it's Apple that's
Well, I
in
think
charge of it.
I think that's what it's going to be because it's a TV service. Because it makes sense that it's on there because
Yeah.
you're cutting out the cable, which they're already doing because the technology's there because
Right.
YouTube's doing it.
Yeah,
with
well, they're all
YouTube TV.
streaming. They're all streaming here's the thing with Apple TV is like I've got all of my the channels that I like. I have their app on my Apple
and then you
TV
just
already.
link into your
And
provider.
It links, and it links from there into my TV button on Apple TV Home.
It only makes sense for them. I feel like.
Only makes sense, dude. I'm glad that they're able to do
Yeah,
this.
I'm getting on board.
I'm ready to number
look
1.
to offer. Okay, yeah, that's it
All right.
on this.
Number 1 break, and then we'll get back into the rest. All right.
We're back.
Gang, we're back. I feel way better, dude.
I do too. It's hard because like you really want to power through it when it comes on, and you're like, "Fuck, dude, we got to power through it." And
I
then
just
we
saw
look
how
at the
many we
list.
had left, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, it's just not happening.
It's gonna be a bad product. Well, sometimes it happens towards the end, you know. Like,
I know when you're just trying to like.
wrap it up.
Well, that's what it is for me. A lot of times when I'm like shutting her down, because I hammer down. I don't have it because I already hammered it. My iced hazelnut
Drank it on the
latte.
way here, pretty much.
Yeah, dude, and I broke the seal when we right before, and so
Yeah.
you know, and it comes on hard and fast.
Yep.
and
And then
there's
you
nothing
start
you can
thinking
do.
about it, and you're trying to talk about it. And you're like, I don't know, man. We'll just talk about the next thing until we're done. But we've got a good amount.
I mean, I'd be wanting to skip over 3 of them to get to the last one and just skip over that real quick.
Yeah.
Say my piece and bounce.
If I'm a listener,
Bounce.
I want us to. If I'm a listener, I want us taking a number 1. break.
Thankful for number 1 break.
Anyways, new current event up. A son's viral tweet helps dad's new donut shop pick up some serious business. And by the looks of the pictures, my mouth is watering.
Yeah,
That looks
well, it's
delish.
the internet can be a scary place at times, but it also has the power to help people realize their dreams. When Billy Bye's father, Billy Bye is the guy's name. Is that who we're talking about?
Billy Bye. Is it
Opened
a
a
cartoon character? Or?
Billy Bye's father opened a donut shop in Missouri, Texas.
What?
What?
Hey,
Dude, is this
find something else.
what website is this from?
Complex.
Complex? We got Billy Bye from
Well, no, hold
Missouri,
on.
Texas.
But, well, Missouri could be a city in Texas. I just hate when they do that, dude. Like when these tiny towns like take a name of a city or like a state, and they'll do like the same thing. Like there's it's just frustrating. Like there's
New Mexico's got a bunch of repeat cities.
like there's a Peoria in Illinois, and there's a Peoria here. Like that's
Yeah.
annoying.
yeah, and
I
I
couldn't
hate
come up with anything else.
and you know what I hate, dude, about that is that Peoria, Illinois is probably more popular than Peoria, Arizona. And so whenever someone says Peoria and that's it, I assume they're talking about Illinois.
Not me. Always think it's Peoria, Arizona.
Yeah. Well, like if I'm here talking to someone from here, then I assume that. But if it's, can you
Yeah.
fix your thing to where it's not all janky?
Yeah, dude. Say the word.
No. There you go.
Keep
Just like
talking.
that. I don't know. Anyways,
But this is cool because anyway, so Billy Bye,
completely empty with a grand opening sign out on the front. He tweeted out a series of images and captioned his Saturday, March 9th post. I was trying to read. My dad is sad because no one is coming to his new donut shop. Immediately, Twitter started rallying around the shop, asking Bye for the address. Now sporting over 292,000 retweets, 643,000 likes, and 9,100 replies. It wasn't long before Billy's Donuts started picking up business. No shit. So he took a picture of this Billy's Donuts, and took a couple pictures of the donuts and the guy and the shop. And he goes,
and then the sign of the shop, like the front,
the grand opening thing, and it looks like nothing in that shopping center is open
except the donut shop, but there's no cars.
Right. And anyways, he goes, my dad is sad because no one is coming to his new donut shop. I don't know how these things get viral, bro, dude. It's
I'm wondering.
so nuts to me.
Popular YouTube Casey niece, I don't know who that was,
Made it clear he was a fan.
Yeah. On my way.
That OMW, dude.
And then it just picks up, dude. And Twitter. You do not want to miss out on Billy's, and neither do we. We'll be there tomorrow morning.
Love Twitter. What?
And then there they are.
Just
nice people.
The nicest looking people. But, God, dog,
Missouri
dude.
City, Texas, dude. Sure enough. Well, if you're in Missouri City, Texas, and
okay, dude. So here's
kind of roasting it.
Here's what I don't understand is like what sort of cracks did these guys have to jump into to be able to get into this algorithm?
Well, and so quickly too, because it's like
it's sort of like that Momo challenge. I don't know if we talked about that or not. I don't remember, but like it just goes so viral with really no substance. And this is another.
We just don't know like what's gonna be viral and what's not, and like that's what's crazy.
But
about
like, what makes it that?
Well, we'll find out when we maybe. If we ever do, like maybe one of our clips becomes viral, and then we're like, "Oh shit, that's so weird."
Nah, but like even if it happens for us, because like there's no hashtags even. On that.
I know.
You know, like
I don't know how it gets picked up. Like, does someone? It
like
just
who
doesn't.
First retweeted it? Who first saw it? You know what I mean? Like, because that's a guy who probably has not even 100 followers on Billy's Donuts HTX. If it's a grand opening donut shop and not a single soul is there, how many followers do you think they have starting out? Not a lot. But then this kid posts that tweet and it goes so nuts that Twitter is saying that they're on their way.
Sold out.
I mean, they got celebs stopping by. They got
It's cool though. It's
really very cool.
That they got to.
You just wonder how.
Yeah, you
it
wonder
works.
how it picks up though, because like you said, like I don't know because, like you said, I mean
that's
like,
a
he's
small
not,
town in Texas.
Yeah,
that no one's ever even heard of. It's not like it's it's not tagged in Dallas.
That is crazy to think about, like how it just picks up. Yeah, and same with the Momo challenge, like because that guy didn't even.
There was nothing real about it.
Yeah,
like that was a sculpture that was created a bunch of 3 years ago, and then out of nowhere, someone just makes it a viral thing.
It's so nuts.
But like this is even more interesting because this is a positive thing.
I know.
And with this, like they're not trying to scare anybody or really even like it's not like he's saying, like there's no pity party here. It's just nobody's at the new donut shop. Like
yeah, well, yeah.
My dad is sad because no one's coming to his new donut shop. He might as well put fucking LOL at the end of that, dude. To me, if I'm tweeting that.
Yeah, and he put the crying emoji in. Fuck, dude.
I couldn't imagine tweeting that. Like people would be like, "Sucks to suck."
Yeah, it'd be like, find a different business then.
Do something. Go back to podcasting.
Damn.
I don't know, man, but it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool though that they like finally like we get something positive though out of the internet lately.
Oh yeah,
lately
dude.
It's just been so much beef. I feel like
I just don't know how it all works. Anyways,
me neither.
It's cool though.
But anyways,
good for Billy's Donuts.
Good for Billy's Donuts.
Shout out to Billy Bye out
Missouri
of Missouri, Texas.
And stop by there if you're in there. This one's kind of sad.
It's
next one.
It's
not sad. There's just a lot.
There's a lot of unknown. Radio stations are banning Michael Jackson's music in wake of Leaving Neverland.
Which is that documentary.
Obviously, there's a lot of controversy about Michael Jackson right now, and this idea of, the fact that he took advantage of little kids and did a bunch of stuff.
Allegations.
A lot of allegations for a guy who can't defend himself at all.
Which can we talk about that for a second? Just playing devil's advocate. I think it's is it a little bit messed up to just be trying to be making documentaries on someone when they're dead? Like,
well, it's not a documentary. I mean, this is like a whole,
series.
Documentary, I think, is one thing.
Well, that's where that's where it's HBO's Leaving Neverland documentary is where this is all coming from, just like the R. Kelly thing.
They're calling that a It was more like an interview, but I guess you'd call it a documentary. I didn't see it personally.
Which, in all fairness, though, growing up, I always thought Michael Jackson was kind of known for the kids
that was
stuff.
just because
like those
of,
allegations have been coming out for.
But that was just the era that we grew up in. I mean, that was kind of like when it had first broken out. It's not like we grew up with Little Michael and had
Right.
Thriller Michael. We didn't get to experience any of that.
Right.
But here's the thing, for I guess everybody to realize is, and that I didn't really realize until I heard it on a podcast, but evidently he was chemically castrated as a child.
Well,
for his vocals.
We don't know if that's I looked into it. It's not 100% confirmed.
Oh.
But that's something that they're
that's a big theory.
It's a theory, yeah. Well, because there's all that stuff. There's a book that the doctor, his childhood doctor, wrote. The one who went to prison.
He just got out, right?
I think so.
I think he did 5 years.
He did something, but
I think 5 years.
Again, though, it's kind of the same thing because I feel like, well, attentive to listeners' comments. Well, here's the thing about the actual current event, that them pulling the music. So we'll stay consistent with that, at least, of what the event is. So that's what's going on with
It's just that he's the new face of the cancel culture epidemic that we're all experiencing here.
We're attentive to. The only thing that sucks, though, is you're going to get half the people who are going to listen to the radio station and say, how could you even dare playing Michael Jackson? But then the other side, so they're like, all right, we're just going to pull him, screw it. But then you got other people that are like, well, it's art. That's his art, though. Like, it's different. Like, we got to be able to separate that. Because I was reading some articles.
That's like saying, that's a fine line, though, dude, because that's like saying, we got to still be able to throw on bump and grind in the bedroom.
Yeah, well, people are. I mean, some people are making that argument. It gets harder with certain people because everyone's like, it's a way easier to give up R. Kelly than it is Michael Jackson.
No, for sure. But
again, though,
we got to be consistent with it, and I think it
just gets tricky when we talk about
It's hard with the radio, dude. Radios, I don't think are really the greatest thing in the world because
they have ads.
Huh?
They have ads.
Well, they have ads, but they also too are like, they have to be very PC because of their audience is so broad.
Yeah.
Versus if you just have playlists of music on your phone or your iPod, then you're controlling everything that you listen to. So if you're not into,
but if Billie Jean pops on, do I have to feel bad about it?
Well, I don't. I think it. Okay, I don't know. And the thing with Michael Jackson is there's so much controversy around him in general and his death and the whole. Like, if he was chemically castrated, he wouldn't have the ability to even produce testosterone. And if he can't produce testosterone, then he doesn't have any sort of hormonal urges to want to fuck little kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes it there's just a lot of unanswered questions before I grab my pitchfork and torch.
That's my thing with it too, because
I just don't know you don't know if what he's done or what he hasn't done.
The problem is that they do have I haven't watched it, but from what I heard, there's some terrifying stuff that goes into some of the things that he said, and wanting to sleep in the same or them wanting to sleep in the same hotel room together, him and the kid, and the parents kind of allowing all that, which is super weird though, in general. What parent would allow you to go be with
we don't know. We just don't know. I've heard the craziest things about it all. I've heard various things about other people doing it and then covering it up, and Michael Jackson being a fall guy for this, like it goes so deep, and I don't even know where to begin with any of it. That's why I think, like,
just gotta wait till we're dead and ask the big man upstairs.
In the meantime, I'm not super keen on the idea of cancel culture. Like it kind of goes into the
what
whole.
What is cancel culture exactly? Is that just
it's basically like lifetime ban. It's like the same idea as a lifetime ban.
Okay.
Like if you don't like something, it's just done.
Okay.
Cancel it out. And I think that when you have bad things that happen in the world, you in order to get rid of those bad things, you need to have more good things happen, and that dilutes the bad. It's not. You can't like get rid of something and pretend like it never happened, because it did. You just need to make sure that there's more good that goes into it.
Yeah.
To dilute the bad. And the idea of the cancel culture is you're not giving the good the chance to dilute the bad. And so what the result of that will be is, in 50 years, we're going to have people that have no idea about how the world works because there's something that came of it that was negative, and so we fucking banned it for life.
Yeah, well, if this kind of I guess if that cancel culture existed back in the day, like how
would that affect
music? And well, not even just music in general, but like think about everything. Well, even with movies and comedy and everything,
sure.
With even the Bill Cosby stuff, and
sure.
then you have the Weinstein stuff that went
on. But like
on.
even go further back, and think about like a lot of artists that were into some real questionable things, like famous painters from way back in the day. Like we famously know about Van Gogh chopped his ear off for a chick, but like which I don't think that was all actually true, but
he was found not guilty in 2005.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just a lot that goes into
Jackson's
these things.
estate filed a lawsuit against HBO on the documentaries. It violates a non-disparagement clause.
One of his oldest sister was on that Masked Singer show too.
It just is crazy to me, all of it. Well, then there's also the argument too that just since some of the abuse that he suffered as a kid was that like he never got to experience.
Yeah, there's that whole argument that he was always a child, but like
it just doesn't make sense. Like you still, even if you were though, like if you never got to really live out your childhood experience,
that's
I don't
a tough
think that
argument to make.
As a normal human being, like you'd have to have some sort of mental issue going on. But like
you got to be real empathetic to buy that as the story.
Yeah, that's such a tough. It's a tough sell because you still know that, like, hey, you can't hang out. Your best friend can't be
in your bed if he's 11.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't be. I think the castration thing would make sense if unless he's just messed up in the head to where like he legit.
But it could literally be
was manipulated, because like if his dad was really good at manipulating and made him fucked up in the head in his early stages, that it could do something. I would imagine it would do something chemically to his brain to where he would be fucked up in the head, or he was born with it,
But it could be that, and it could be that these guys are all telling the truth, but it could also be potentially that there's an underground group of pedophiles who saw Michael Jackson as a person to take advantage of and use as essentially like a
the conspiracy.
Well, dude, I'm just saying, like, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like,
and then it's also possible too on the other side that, like you said, like,
and that he was murdered, and that because the day before he died, there's a phone call of him on the phone with his friend, and you can look it up, but it's him saying, "I'm really worried that they're after me. They're gonna kill me." All these things, and like, who's after you? Who's gonna kill you? Are you fucked up in the head, or is somebody for real after you?
But or is that a voice actor that came out?
Or is it
with
a
that
voice
after?
actor, dude? Is it someone doing an impression? Who
That's
knows?
the thing we never know, and like, cause like that's the thing too is Michael Jackson could be. I mean, I don't know. He could be a pedophile or a creep. I don't want to add to it and call it and say that he is when it's
Yeah.
not proven.
Yeah, I just don't know.
I don't want to add to the negativity and kick a man while he's, down, for lack of better.
At the same time though, fucking with kids is.
That's tricky business, man. Because I'm so anti that, especially with us being a part of child help and stuff like that. Like you can't.
I think at the end of the day,
don't mess with kids.
At the end of the day, kids being abused and fucked with at all is such a.
I just think better.
Tragedy.
Like, that's my only thing with Michael Jackson is like even if you aren't.
Yeah, I don't think that's the argument though that's keeping him.
The castration thing though, and everything like
to me that makes the most sense.
It does, but even still, like you would still know, you would be around long enough, because like even. When I was a kid, I knew what a pedophile was. So if I still had the same mind as a kid and I was grown up and I knew that I was older and I knew that I was fucked up, I'm like, okay,
but you only knew what a pedophile was because people like Michael Jackson existed.
Yeah, but I would have known it wasn't just Michael Jackson. What do you mean people?
Yeah, but at that time.
In 2005 when it came up, but there was always
that was
kidnappings
when he was
stuff
first,
going on that
but he was first accused before 2005.
You remember Amber Alerts?
They're still they still have them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that would come on.
I don't know, dude.
And then you wouldn't even have any clue what was going on. So I think even still, like, I would know if I were castrated as a kid. I still feel like I would be around long enough to know. You can't hang out with kids as an adult. Like I don't know. Like that's my only thing is with that.
I agree.
I
really don't know. I really don't know what it. I don't know what it could be. I mean, the family is so big, and I was watching a video of a bunch of people from the family.
Have any of them spoken out?
Yeah, God, yeah, they're defending Michael like he. This is the craziest thing. It's like.
Well, but that's kind of what they say about everyone. Though, like they said that about, not to compare the two, but with all those horrible tragedies that have gone on the past few years, like the family's always coming out first. Like we had no idea he was crazy and.
Yeah, but this is it's like this is nothing new for the Jackson family to be dealing with. This and this heat with Michael. This is something that's now coming out after the fact that they're having to revisit. And one of the nephews who is friends with these dudes, I guess, would be like, he was with them all, and he was saying that there wasn't anything crazy. Like, he was just, they would all be hanging out at his house and, having pillow fights, and which is fucking weird, but like,
super weird.
But when you're young, pillow fights are, I guess, not the craziest thing.
Personal accounts of Wade Robson who claim that they were sexually abused by Jackson at the ages of 7 and 10.
Yeah, 7 and 10. Pillow fights are pretty standard.
So two are making a... Okay, so two people have come out. And then... this is a different article now. Deep attachment, even though these alleged events.
Were in love with Michael and continued loving him. I don't know, man. Like, some of the verbiage that they use is kind of weird, and it seems like it might be a little planted.
I don't believe when Wade was being molested by Michael or when James was having sex with Michael. He said, I mean, it really bums me out that this even.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
man.
Like you don't know.
I don't ever want to like jump on the side of accusing when I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what this is. This isn't us defending Michael Jackson in any way, shape, or form, but we just don't want to add to the
accusation if we don't know. I mean, it's
because that's really
it's a shitty situation, no matter which side of the fence you're on. But
yeah.
all right, what
You
else
don't want
do
to
we
be
got?
either of them.
Let's move on to something brighter.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, why's that? Facebook plans to improve privacy with auto-expiring messages. Wow, Facebook.
That sounds like something.
You
That
guys
sounds
are
really
hang
original.
on. Wait, they're doing disappearing messages
Well, yeah. Wait a
to
minute.
to
So
help with privacy.
yeah, it's privacy focused. Communication. So like, this is super cool, dude. So
Oh,
like,
so-
no, listen, dude. So what I do, so I can send you something,
Yeah.
and then you can look at it,
Yeah.
and then when you like when you don't want to look at the message anymore, and you go to a different message, you try to go back to that, it's not there anymore. So you can't
It
go back and see what
disappeared.
I said to you. So when I send you a new message,
So if you send me, oh, dude, Snapchat,
no,
they do that already.
no.
Snapchat does that. You know what? I can even do that on my phone. I
Well-
think I can iMessage that too.
Well, shucks.
Dude, is Zuck behind the ball?
Could be.
Let's listen to his quote. As I think about the future of the internet, I believe a privacy-focused communications platform will have even more important than today's open platforms. Today, we already see the private messaging ephemeral. Fuck you, dude. If I can't say it, fuck you.
It's one thing if I can't say the word. This guy can't.
And small groups are by far the fastest growing areas of online communication. Today,
I disagree,
but-
man. Personally, I don't like the.
they're overstaying their welcome, and I think they add way more negativity than positivity.
Well,
The private expiring shit. I just don't.
I don't run into. I know a lot of guys do with
Scroll
the
down a
opposite
bit.
sex, but I don't ever run into this.
Well, the
I
opposite
have.
sex is one thing. I just forget what I said though.
I know, but sometimes you just got to deal with people blasting out messages.
The privacy-focused platform will include end-to-end encryption. We have a responsibility to work with law enforcement and help prevent acts of terrorism, child exploitation, extortion, whenever we can. People should expect that we won't store sensitive data in countries with weak records on human rights like privacy and freedom of expression. Here's something I didn't realize actually until I just want to add this until I watched the Jack Dorsey thing on Rogan, who's the CEO of Twitter, and I didn't realize how much global politics plays in how they have to manage their terms of use. They have to create their rules and guidelines and their terms of use around everybody's rules and everybody's culture. So they're trying to have the right privacy and the right guidelines for every country in the world, and you forget how different other countries are than America as far as rules go.
Yeah.
With this sort of stuff, but keep going down. I think it's a lazy. It's not really lazy, but it's not groundbreaking. Like you should have, I guess.
I think if anything, they should make these kind of things a setting. Like make it a setting to where you
in
can
the
have
convo.
private messaging to where it's up to the person to where that they can choose, because like you said, it's hard to keep track.
Well, Snapchat
And remember.
had to add the function. It didn't even start out with that. It started out with just pictures, but then you could do chat to each other. But they had to add the function of being able to save the message, right?
Yeah, to be able to save messages and yeah.
I
'cause
find
they start out-
myself doing that. If I rarely communicate via Snapchat unless people are sending nudes, hashtag send nudes. But, and when I say people, I mean girls.
Say, you want one?
No dick pics, please. But
Floodgates are open for you now.
nope.
Said it. Hashtag
Nope.
send nudes.
No. But fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, and so then I have to like save the message after I say thank you, and they say you're welcome, and then I have to save that so I don't forget what they said when I respond to it later. But anyways, I don't know. It's a weird deal for Facebook to be doing this now. I feel like
at this point,
I would have thought they would have done this.
Themselves. Now they're trying to be like so over the top with privacy.
It seems like a waste of time.
They were
because they were under all that heat.
Yeah, I think what would be more like add the feed. Like one thing I think is cool about like Snapchat is like if someone screenshotted your message. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we revoke messages or come up with the technology that you can figure out a way to like
Instagram already does that.
Bring back a message.
Yeah, you can unsend a message.
You can
on Instagram's the only one I know that you can unsend.
Well, they're owned by Facebook, so they need to be worried about that and not doing.
Yeah, I don't know
what
why
ChatSnap is doing because Kylie Jenner's not even down with the Snapchat that much.
Yeah, and it's so obviously like what Snapchat already does, and it seems like
I just don't know if it's the play because they have
it's not the play.
They have over a billion
obviously
users.
I'm not them. There's a reason I'm not Zuckerberg. I never went to Harvard, but
you didn't graduate from Harvard.
I also didn't graduate from Harvard, so he and I have that in common, and I just wouldn't be doing this if I'm him. I'd be focusing my efforts.
That's what I'm saying because Snapchat is not even close. How old am I, dude? Fucking like 50.
What else do we have?
Well, but anyways, what I was gonna say though, real quick, I just want to add is that like, it's not even close. The people that are on Facebook Messenger, I mean, it's so far ahead of the game with like as far as messenger
I don't even
platforms
use it,
go.
Dude. I hate it.
It's putting it up against like WhatsApp and all those other kind of platforms.
Oh yeah, dude. I just like iMessage.
But yeah, so that's something new. Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly merging WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook Messenger. I think we actually talked about that a while back ago. I think that's kind of older news. Again, though, that makes sense because you're putting them all together because he owns all of them. So, I guess, but. I don't know. Like everyone's using Facebook Messenger for a reason is the thing.
Right.
And now I think people are just going to do it because Snapchat kept doing that. Like they kept making changes and then they eventually got to a point to where people were like, I don't want any part of this anymore. I don't like the new update, so I'm not going to use this app. You know what I was just saying because you're on your phone, and that's fine.
I do know what you were just saying, dude.
Because not a tech guy. That's okay.
I do know what you were saying. You're
out of words. It's okay.
No, I'm not out of words.
Did I leave you speechless?
No, dude. You keep talking though, and I keep losing my train of thought. What else do we have? Fuck this. This disappearing.
Well, I was just saying with all the people using it, it just doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't make sense, and I think the revocation of a message makes more sense.
Yeah. As far as privacy, but I don't know. Are you one of those people that thinks when it's out, it's out?
What do you mean?
Like you know, people
one of those people.
like one of those people that like they're so quick to say, "Oh, once you put anything online, it's out there forever. There's no getting that off." You know, like
no, I mean, but like,
which might be true. I mean,
I think it is true to a degree, because someone has like anything tech, someone does have access to.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they wanted, it is out there.
Yeah.
And if someone wants it, then they have it, and there's nothing that you can do about it.
Sure.
So like, to a degree, yeah, you gotta. Yeah. It is the way it is. But most things, like you're just okay with.
Yeah.
And you gotta. Again, it goes back to if you have more good shit going in, it's gonna dilute the bad shit.
Yeah.
And you just gotta stay active. I don't know.
Stay active.
See the people.
Yep. Keep posting.
Yep.
Happy posting.
Happy
Next
posting.
one. What time is it? Oh, we got
Time to get on to the next one.
time.
Young men are giving up on marriage, and women aren't women anymore. How do you feel about this?
Not a
This is
quote.
kind of a loaded.
From us.
Huh?
We're not saying women aren't women anymore, but
Oh yeah, we're not saying that. That's what the article's saying.
yeah. Well, that's what the young men are saying as to why they're giving up on marriage.
Yeah.
18 to 34. I mean, here's the deal. Yeah, war on men. Basically, what this article is saying that men are kind of giving up on marriage with all the feminist stuff going on and everything like that, to where they just, and it makes sense, but right.
When I ask them why, the answer is always the same. Women aren't women anymore. Feminism, which teaches women to think of men as the enemy, has made women angry and defensive, though often unknowingly. I feel like the dudes that are saying that are not good looking. I feel like the people who are vocally giving up on marriage and saying women aren't women anymore are unattractive, unsuccessful, and unhappy with their life. Men are tired of being told there's something fundamentally wrong with them, tired of being told that if women aren't happy, it's the men's fault. I mean, a lot of times it is.
There's a point. Well, no, okay, well, easy.
No, dude,
Easy, Beyonce.
No, Z, listen, if the women aren't happy and it's there's nothing you can do about it, then it's your fault if you don't break it off. You know.
Yeah.
If it's not
Critical life,
working,
if you wanna defend your-
if it's not working and you keep it alive, that's your fault. It's whoever takes blame for its fault.
Saw when I first read this, when you first sent it to me, I thought I was reading somewhere on here where they brought up no, that's people growing up in divorced households. But there's a excerpt in here that was referring to women also working and being breadwinners, but the men still having to give up a good portion of their income if they get a divorce. Yes. And that is kind of an issue, though. That's the only thing where me, as a man, it doesn't make sense financially for me to get married. And in the state of the game it is right now, if she wants to also do the same things that I'm doing, which I would have no issue with, but we just got to stay married forever.
Dude, I used to go around with the whole I'm never doing a prenup thing. And, like,
they both should do it.
I dated a girl for a long time, and I always thought in my head that if we ever got married, I wasn't going to do a prenup and that I would kill her before we got divorced. But
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. That was a thing on Entourage. Ari said that.
Oh.
But anyways, looking back, thankfully we never got married because we're not together anymore, and that would have been expensive. But I just don't know if the game is set up to where you even do the whole no prenup thing anymore, unless like you're starting an empire together and building it together.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just too convoluted because I don't have an issue at all with women wanting to be their own thing and do their own deal. Mm-hmm. But when it's super crossed over and like whose is whose and what's what, like yours is yours up until it's divorce time, and then it's ours, and then it's we're talking about all these things. So like
that's my only issue with it, is when it gets like that, when it gets to the divorce end of it, is if it does come up, that's
when all of a sudden we're not equal. Then all of a sudden,
so you can't be a BAB, which stands for boss ass,
a boss ass bitch, and then take half my money when you work more than I do.
Yeah, because like you could be making say $350 a year on your say, like if a chick has a blog, they're making $350. Yeah, and we're not making dick off the podcast
because nobody subscribes or does reviews or anything.
Yeah, Or
just
like,
kidding. We had a couple nice ones.
Yeah, we've
Thank
actually had
you.
some really
we
nice
really
ones
appreciate
lately.
them.
People have been starting
But
to
we
do
really
it.
just need them for the algorithm. So still, please do it. Even though if you don't have really nice things to say, just do the 5 stars. That
Yeah.
works great too.
But anyways, yeah. So I agree though. I think it's crazy though because I have no issue with feminism at all.
If it's done true.
Yeah, if it's done true and right. Like we know some girls that are pretty on the feminism side, and I think they do it very well, and we can talk about it after. But because they're different. When you do it, I feel like in the sense that you genuinely want to do what's better for
Women.
and you want to do when you're
That's
picking
right.
the right things to fight for, the right things to argue against,
Right.
then I'm all on board. But when you do make it about like,
When
men
it becomes
suck,
silly.
yeah, or it's like, well, we could do your job better than you. It's like, okay, well, you might be able to, but like I might be able to do some other. Like we're all different people. We all have different
Right.
skills. Like let's not make it about a man versus woman thing, because now you're kind of arguing. You're it's a little hypocritical when
It's
you're
a
like, well,
lot
we can do it
hypocritical.
better. It's like, well, I thought you were saying you wanted it equality. Now
Yeah.
you're saying you can do it better than me. Well, I could do something else different. You could do something else.
You can't do it better.
Let's all be good at different shit.
You
Like, what's
can't
wrong
do
with
it
that?
better because you're a girl. Just like I can't do anything better because I'm a guy. But
Yeah,
I could do some stuff better than you can just cause.
yeah, because that's just our genetic
Fucking
makeup.
raining, dude. I'm so all set on the rain.
I know, man. It needs. I miss the
And the
sun.
clouds.
Been feeling
dude.
claustrophobic because of it.
Did we talk about why that makes us claustrophobic? If
No.
not, dude, it's because when there's clouds that come in, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I feel like when the sky isn't open, you can't really see, like
The light at the end of the
eternity,
tunnel.
really.
You
Like
see the light at the end of
when
end
it's
of the
a
tunnel.
sunny sky out, dude, it seems like, the sky goes on forever and you're just in this world of forever. But like when it's cloudy out and
Like
you
you're in the
can't
Simpson movie.
and you can't see above you, you feel like you're in just a dome of sadness, and it's like, fuck, get me out of here.
Dome of grunge
I don't
music.
in like if it's a long haul of clouds and storm, and like I'm having to go out and function, I'm not eating chocolate chip cookies and playing piano all day,
Mhm.
then I don't want to participate because I'm just trying to get some sun. I don't know where to even go.
Yeah, well, there's something to us too. Like as humans, like we're supposed to like have sunlight.
Well, there's a reason
day.
Seattle is high depression rates.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Well, anyways, let's
It's all like coffee and grunge.
wrap this up.
Well, we got.
We got a diamond mogul.
Oh God, this is hilarious. Diamond
Dead.
mogul dead after reportedly having a heart attack during penis enlargement procedure.
I've all been there.
I don't even think we need to get more into it, dude. Like, just the headline is great.
Yeah, I mean, because we could have some fun with it. And then the picture here is just a needle with like a drop of whatever coming out.
I mean, that's a.
Is that how they're doing them? They're just injecting you with shit.
I don't know. I guess let's read a little bit, but
Juan Carlos Otero.
God, a handsome man, dude. What are you working
And
with?
you got money?
Yeah, what are you working with that you need an
At
enlargement?
65 though, like at 65 that's when you decide, or like, well, the technology's here.
Well, it's almost a little bit like, it's like Kanye's mom, kind of, just a little bit old to be doing. That's a young man's procedure, and you might just be a little bit too on the back nine for
He was
that.
a billionaire. Oh, Leniato, that Juan Carlos Otero guy is just a guy who tweeted it. Not the actor.
Okay.
His name is Ehud Are Leniato. Laniato.
Well, he was a big expert in valuing raw diamonds. He's done a lot of things, and this is a tough loss for the diamond community. But have him rest in peace, and hopefully we can find out more about his situation.
I'm always,
in the next life.
I'm always wondering, like, at what point are you like, dude, I just gotta do it. I gotta get the enlargement surgery.
I don't know.
Like,
but
especially at
I don't know.
65.
Yeah, I don't know how how many women have to tell you it's too small to where at 65 is when you do
Dude,
it?
I got all this money. What am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. I've heard that one too many times.
It's like at the W. He probably went. He probably just went to the W and saw that fucking screen that you put on your story, and she's like, She's
oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what?
In the urinals.
I got too much money for this shit.
Could be that, but
I'm a billionaire.
based off of his accent, based off his name, sound like he had an accent.
It's definitely some French or some
Seems Middle Eastern, dude.
Italian. Is it in Italy or
Oh yeah,
French.
all right.
Anyways,
I got one more in me.
May he rest in peace.
I got one more Kernivan in me.
Oh, Dad, yeah, he was dead. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh. We just roast this guy for getting the penis enlarged.
I wasn't roasting him, dude. I was giving him respect.
I was roasting him.
That's a way to go out, dude.
Yeah, die doing what you love.
Die trying to do what you love.
Yeah, that's bucket.
Okay, so Conor McGregor arrested.
It's our last one.
Again. Well, first let's just say this. We're disappointed in the fact that Conor's in the headlines negatively again.
Especially as a proper 12 brand ambassador, I don't condone
getting arrested. So the
promo code Zach, you'll get the link.
Promo code proper Zach.
Proper Zach, let me get it right.
So the first thing I see with regards to this is from MMAfighting.com or MMA Junkie. Actually, it's both of them.
MMA Weekly had like the same thing too.
Or it was MMA Junkie, and they said Conor McGregor arrested outside Miami hotel for criminal mischief and strong arm robbery. Now, MMAfighting.com posted he was arrested for. I want to get it right because I don't want to roast MMAfighting.com. Allegedly stealing and smashing a fan's cell phone.
So that was who?
MMA Fighting. But MMA Junkie said strong arm robbery and fucking criminal mischief. Criminal mischief, I feel like, is just what they attach to Conor McGregor. I mean, I've never even heard of that until him.
Yeah, I think that's just maybe a him case by case thing. Here's my thing with it. All right, so evidently what happened. So we'll break down what happened, and then we can break down our frustrations as far as headlines go. I think would be good. So what happened basically, or what we think happened. There's no actual confirmations yet, but what it seems like it was just late at night. Some guy's bugging you. Trying to
he was outside of his hotel. He was outside of his hotel.
Okay.
And he smashes a fan's phone, right? And that's what happened.
But in what so
the context around that probably,
yeah,
I would guess, is that it's at night. That is, we do know that. And my guess is that the flash was on in some way. They were trying to take pictures or video. My guess is that they were trying to Snapchat with the flash on. Mm-hmm. Conor McGregor's right in front of my face. Holy fucking shit. I got to put it on my story. Here's the flash. And Conor, who has brought his whole family to Miami Beach for a vacation, is trying to entertain and be, on his A game for his family and whatnot. And he's already got to deal with everybody taking pictures of him anywhere he goes. I would imagine that, like, the flash and the bright light at night can be a lot, and if you ask somebody to please stop and they just fucking don't, then I mean there's a good chance you're getting your phone smashed. And I would have 1,000,000% done the same thing if I'd gotten pushed to that point.
Well, yeah, and then on the other side too, like, that's just assuming that they were being harmless about it. Like, sometimes people, like, I've seen videos of of guys just harassing these people, like guys like Connor, Kanye, Justin Bieber. I mean, 3 guys that have just had trouble with paparazzi type of scenarios.
Right.
We're calling him a fan, but he could just as easily be a troll, a Khabib fan. You know, like it could be a Khabib fan who's talking shit to him, saying like, "Dude, you got work. Tell us what your game plan is. You got work, dude. You got punked by your boy."
Yeah,
you know,
because he could be a MMA fan or a Habib fan. It's just
we don't know who he's
just
a fan
fan's
of.
phone.
He could have been talking shit to Connor, thinking he was invincible.
Most people think like that's
They think
the
it's
way
the
to.
comments.
They think that's the way to be someone's friend. Yeah, or they think that it's like you see Conor McGregor, so it's a
You're
real
like,
life.
He's not gonna do anything.
It's a real life Instagram post.
Yeah, he's not gonna do anything.
And it's like, no, motherfucker.
He's not gonna throw a dolly through a fucking bus. He's nuts, dude. What have you guys learned from him?
Yeah, and I mean, he smashed a phone. Big whoop, dude.
In the
Big
grand
whoop.
scheme of it, after all the things that he's done, this is
Ease up.
one of the better things. But my thing is hey, MMA pages, be a little more supportive of your product when doing these headlines. Because if you look up the headlines, the top, the one I
was
read
just
from
so
MMA
Gracie
Weekly,
breakdown just now. As you were doing all that, I was doing.
we
Okay,
have to do
you
it.
guys, my brother Henner.
Okay.
My brother Henner is gonna break
Yes.
down the Conor McGregor arrest. Okay,
Okay.
Henner, go ahead.
Okay. As you can see, Connor was trying to get away from the Flash. Do you remember that? You remember he was trying to get away from the Flash, and he was going.
Yes, I
He was in
remember.
tight,
and
and he was in tight.
we're
and
also-
then he smashed the phone.
And
He smashed the phone, Huron.
Henner, explain to them how we're going to be showing everybody how to do the phone smash at our next seminar in Tokyo,
Okay, look, you guys.
Japan.
Look, you guys.
You have to be there. Don't want to miss the Tokyo, Japan.
You take the phone, and then look, Huron. Watch.
Yeah.
As you guys see, Huron's over there, and I go, and we throw and we smash.
Smash
big
the
thing.
phone. Now that's
Anyways.
self-defense against paparazzi, broken
one.
down by the Gracie brothers, Henner
Anyways.
and Huron.
That's an impression. for you.
Impression on impressions
But
here.
anyways, back to what I was saying though about the MMA pages. Is it's frustrating because the one I read from MMA Weekly said they were like, oh, Conor McGregor arrested for robbery and criminal mischief again. When that's your headline, and then when you search Conor McGregor on the internet from CNN, which is they get heat, you know, for their headlines once in a while.
A lot of while.
UFC star Conor McGregor arrested after police say he smashed a fan's phone. Okay. MMA pages, what are you doing? Because here's what's frustrating. Is you know that they're trying to do it for clicks
Yeah.
when that's your biggest star.
Right.
So a commoner fan, which you want more MMA fans because that's how your business grows.
Right.
So to bash and make it seem like he's a worse dude about it to help you get clicks in the short term is really fucking you in the long run, because now the commoner who isn't an MMA fan is going to go to the original source from an MMA page and read that Conor McGregor was arrested for robbery, and now there's just these accusations, and then these rumors are going around by common people that don't know what's actually going on, that he just smashed a fan's phone.
Yeah.
I just think that's an issue for these MMA pages. It's like, dude, you're bashing your own product.
Yeah,
'Cause
well, those pages have helped really tell a lot of the Conor McGregor story, and I think that, you know, when you're not out there supporting your boy's back, it's almost like if Michael Jackson's family came out and been like, yeah, fuck Michael Jackson, you know, like he's a terrible guy, you know, like didn't have his back. Like that's your boy. You know, like you're supposed to be, that's your first thing is like you got his back.
Mm-hmm.
Then you sort out the details of like, all right, what's really going on here? What'd you do?
Well,
you
if you wanna
is
look
this
at
a
it-
dolly bad, or is this just, did you smash a phone?
Yeah, well, what it's even more so like is it's like it would be like a Republican news network coming out and being like, I don't know if you guys saw Trump's tweet, but it was not good. And like talking shit about
dude,
Trump.
Yeah, that too.
Like that's your boy, guys. Like,
yeah,
or it'd be like CNN talking shit about or like any Democratic network talking about Hillary Clinton
like,
or Obama.
Yeah, it's like if CNN was like, is Hillary Clinton on drugs as their headline, you're like,
yeah,
that's your girl, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah. So
Like,
to me, and it just makes it seem like for like the commoner coming in, if you're not thinking about them, that they're gonna come in and now they could see that post, and then now everyone's gonna think
Krumlin.
MMA fighters are just pieces of shit. Oh, that's what you expect. That's what happens.
Dublin.
So it just puts a Dublin. It puts a dent.
He does take dope looking mugshots though.
They all look the same.
I know. He just looks like, fuck you, dude. It sucks, man, because, like, you got to think when you're...
Again.
when you're at that level of fame and you're famous for beating people's ass, you know, everyone wants some of that cha-ching.
Everyone wants a shot at the belt.
Everyone wants some of that cha-ching. So, you know, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, and it's even more so a bummer to have
who's released,
your family who's supposed to have your back. You know, the MMA family is supposed to have his back, and first be like, yo, dude, this guy's probably getting a ton of flash photography and video. I mean, it just
like
sucks.
play the devil's advocate, but like if it's the Dolly incident and it's if it's a conflict between two MMA fighters, then take your opinion all day and say you can't do this.
Just
this
do
is
what's
fucked up.
right.
Yeah, do what's right. Say like Habib is not in the wrong here. It's all it's all Conor or whatever.
And that's fair, dude.
That's
you were
fair.
upset about the Dolly incident. Everybody was upset about
I was upset about the Habib incident when that happened, when he jumped over the cage when they fought.
Right. All around bad.
But when it's
this is different.
Yeah. Or like when they were throwing water bottles, when he and Diaz were throwing water bottles
in
at each
monster
other.
cams.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
That you can, I feel like, voice your opinion on as an MMA brand to be like, you can't do this. This is unacceptable. Or
that's
or
where you
make
guys
whatever
jump
headlines and clickbait.
Yeah,
because then people are going to want to tune in the fight. You're helping your brand.
Yep.
But
when you're destroying
when it's one person and it's him in real life, not in fight mode anymore, and he's not UFC fighter Conor.
It's because they're trying to ride the wave, dude.
Yeah, because they want the clip
of negativity. Well, and there's
but
all
that's
this
so short-lived. Like you can't do that forever.
Well, they're just trying to. I feel like a lot of people are just trying to bury Conor, unfortunately.
Which makes no sense because
like the people who are anti, I don't feel like
so many eyes.
I don't feel like a lot of people are trying to bury him, but I feel like the people who are against him are very against him. Like really,
which I get why some MMA purists are. I really do. Like I can get it, and I could see from a page that you're like, okay, well we don't care if we have more people tuning in. We don't want the casual fans anyways. You know, I could
but
get
they're
that
still
with
trying
some
to
people,
grow
but they're still trying to grow. And his middle name is Anthony. Feels like that. I feel like that doesn't make sense.
Anthony,
Conor Anthony.
Anyways,
so. But yeah.
Oh well, dude.
Well, hopefully it works out for him.
I'm about ready to bounce and go eat.
That's all I got.
Do we have anything coming up?
No, except for people writing more reviews.
Yeah, those are
and
so
subscribing.
Gosh darn helpful, dude.
So,
please do that.
If you have it in you, we spent a lot of time.
I didn't ask for much for my birthday, but
oh yeah, you guys owe him a gift.
Yeah, that's what I'd like for my birthday. Is you
guys are a day late. You guys are gonna be 3 days late by the time this is done.
Oh, dude. Also, I wanted to give Kurt, dude.
Come on, dude. The show was almost over.
God, it's that rain. It's that Seattle rain that's getting Kurt.
I think he's just staying down.
Boomed. Fuck, now what was I gonna say?
think that's it though.
No, I had something I was gonna say.
Should we ride it out? Review, subscribe, birthday. That's all you wanted.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. I don't want to ruin the show now. Like, get that look like your goldfish just died.
Well, I feel like my goldfish just died, dude. I can't remember what it was.
Have a goldfish.
No, but I knew what you meant though. Like if I did have a goldfish and it died. Fuck. Oh well. Guess wasn't meant to be. So, anyways, for you guys just tuning in, I'm Jay.
I'm Z.
And together we're Jay-Z. So, have who load of fun this week.
Take it easy.
Cheer.
This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah.